dear friend, how are you doing today? My name is Karina and welcome back to Ready Set Pan. Today we're going to be talking about my April project polish update. So I am making really good progress on my nail wheel. So this is what it has been looking like over the course of the year. So as the last update, I had this red, this pinky nude, this blue sheen topper, a dark navy blue, a Fraken color, and then a purple lilac-y kind of color. These two were new as of the last update, and I have 3 empties. I know, I'm so excited. I was really pushing on those empties, and I've been really pushing on another of the new ones in particular. So let's just kind of walk through. I'm going to go through my wheel. We're going to talk about progress, updates, how many times I used each of these polishes. I'm going to be rolling in only one new polish today because I really want to hyper focus on what's in here. So let's get into everything. As of the last month, I had goals of finishing 2 polishes and a minimum usage of at least 5, unless of course I finished it. I have a lot of 4s in this project here today. So let's just go in order here. So starting at the beginning of my wheel, the first unfinished polish is this beautiful sparkly red color, the Sally Hansen Xtreme Wear Nail color in Red Carpet. This is the swatch picture of it. It is beautiful. I always wore it as is. I wore this one an additional 4 times, bringing me to 25 uses in the project to finish this lovely bottle. So I was at this point here, and with nail polish, I only go until the point where it becomes too difficult to work with, where either there's not much getting on there or it's just really hard to work with, or issues with drawing, things like that. So I have been making really good progress on this one. I've definitely enjoyed this polish. I am sad to see that one go, but it is exciting to have it done. That, of course, was one of my original polishes. Actually, like this little spectrum here was the original polishes I had rolled in at the beginning of this project. So now the next one is this kind of nudie pink kind of color here. So this one, it's steady progress. The CND Vinylux Longwear nail polish in the shade Cake Pop. Here's the swatch picture of it. I haven't been using it as much as I probably should have been using it because it's just such a great color for work. But yeah, just a little bit of progress from about this line to this line. So I am pretty steady. I did reach for it exactly the 5 times, bringing me to 27 uses in the project. And again, this is 2 coaters for each of those manicures. I don't use this one as a pedicure color. So we are almost halfway on the bottle for this one. So you can see it settles super nicely. So that is a nice feature of this polish, but that one is going to stay in. So that brings us next to this kind of topper color here, which was my oldest nail polish in my collection. This is some kind of topper from N.Y.C, and this is the color here. As of last month, I was all the way down here, and we are done. Like, you can see the mixer balls there. Like you can see them pretty clearly. There's just a tiny little bit left in this bottle. This was also 4 uses since my last update, bringing me to 24 uses in the project. And there were some different toppers I did with this one, or different bases for this topper. So that one was really nice. And I'm kind of sad to see this one go. It was more I want to get used up because it was the oldest in my collection, but it was rather unique, I think, as a topper, so I just really, really enjoyed it. But this one is also done. Which brings me to Sinful colors. So this is their bold nail color in the Ocean Breeze. Sorry, in Beach Vibes. This is Beach Vibes. It is supposed to be scented like the Ocean Breeze. This was also an additional 4 uses from last time, which brings me to 29 uses in the project. So I was at this point here, and the line is basically here. I tried tipping it out to put it into my Fraken polish that we'll talk about later, but I couldn't get anything else out of the bottle. I even was going in and like just trying to scrape and pull and dump, but yeah, like I wasn't getting a whole lot out, so it's like, okay, good enough. We are done also with this polish. Now, technically, some of this was used in my Fraken. My Fraken is the next one we'll talk about, But for the purposes of this project, this is done and it's going to be an X. So there we go. 4 polishes in. We've already identified my 3 empties, which brings me to the 2 new ones as of last time. So first off is this Fraken color. It is the one I am wearing today under a different top coat or something, not really a top coat, but like a glittery kind of thing. So I've been getting more into toppers with this one. So again, check out last month's video for how I Fraken and got all of this together. This was a brand new to the point where I kind of overfilled it, so it's hard to mix. And I got down to there. I got so close. I've been wearing a lot because it's kind of like a winter to fall transition. And the day I'm filming, which is a little bit before you'll see it, like it is supposed to be, or it was forecast to be like 30 degrees today, which is like pure summer weather. So this kind of color, it's not my favorite. It's not the most seasonal. So I'm really pushing to get this one out. This was a lot of uses. So from where I put it in, 11 uses. And this either has like 1 more use left or like 5 uses left. It's that point of the bottle where it's just hard to tell. Yeah, a little bit stringy. Still getting a fair amount of product. So we'll just kind of see where I land with this item when I do actually get it done. But hopefully it's not going to take me too much longer to do. But yeah, I've been working a lot with toppers for this one just to make it a little bit more enjoyable for myself, which, especially because this was a Fraken, is not particularly great. But at this point, I just kind of want to get it done. So I don't want to mess around with further Frakening. Which brings me to the last polish, and this I had rolled in last time as well, and that is this purple right here. Love having purples in the project, and I forgot to tell you the name of this one last time. It was up on the screen though. This is from Revlon. This is their Colorstay Gel Envy Longwear Nail Enamel in the shade 420 Winning Streak. Looks like this. This is supposed to be color and base coat, so I tend to forget about that. But I have used this a fair amount as like a pedicure color as well. I have reached for it 7 times since my last update, bringing me to 7 uses in the project. And this is a little bit of a smaller bottle at 11.7 milliliters, but the progress went from there to there, which is pretty darn good with those 7 uses. I would have liked to have worn this one more, but my main priority at first was finishing 2 polishes, which turned into finishing 3 polishes because I was so stinking close. And then I was really putting a lot of emphasis on the Fraken. So it is fine. I do love purple, although more like the rich jewel toned purple shades are my favorite. But hopefully this shouldn't be too bad to work my way through. And because it is the base plus the color, like that's just so nice and convenient. That's the current nail story now. I have this nude color, and then I've got, well, there we go. That's kind of a way to show it off. The nude color, the Fraken, and the light purple. So I wanted to add 1 more polish, and this will be familiar from my Plant Pan nail polish for 2025, because again, the theme this year is as much variety as possible. So I'm really trying to focus on how many brands I can bring into this project. So I only have 1 from this brand. I picked it up at Marshall's, and this is from the brand Bkind. So I picked it up for $6.99. This is their plant-based nail polish, and it's in the shade Britney. And this is just such a really pretty pink color. So here it is on the swatch wheel, built up like a lot. You can maybe tell based on the comparison, it is a little bit more of a jelly finish. So I'll put the swatch picture up. And I had only used this for the swatch picture. It's made a little bit of a dip in there, but not quite enough to mark, so I'm not going to. I'm going to mark it on this side, I think, going all the way down. Do have that strong blue shift in there. So I am very excited for this one. I think this is going to be a good spring color, but it's also going to work well for the summer because there is some vibrancy behind it. So I am excited about this one. It is a full 15 milliliter bottle, but I thought the shape would be really fun to pan. So that's what we're going to be bringing in, which means my current color story looks like this. So again, very, very spring, still leaning a little bit more pastel. So let's talk about goals for next month. My first priority is going to be to finish up the Fraken polish. Again, I only have this much left. So within 5 manicures, I expect I should be able to get that done. I have used it as a pedicure color as well, but unfortunately, it is not my favorite. The first time I used it, it was like, yeah, this is pretty good. The second time I used it, I was like, I don't really like it. And just for reference, my pedicure I'm trying to do weekly, every week and a half, every 2 weeks at most. But my manicure is done every day because I'm rough with my hands. I get bored of stuff really quickly. Even though I can rotate and go things like alternating days, that's fine. That gives me enough variety. But yeah, the manicure is kind of like a daily occurrence. So anyway, the Fraken is goal number 1. Goal number 2 I want to set is actually on Cake Pop, and obviously not to finish because I have more than half the bottle left. But I would like to increase my uses and set a 10-use goal on it, which ups the usage from about once a week to twice a week. And the intention with that is because I have always had very consistent around the 5-use mark. So when I brought it in, I used it the first month. Well, the first month I used 10 times, but again, that was because it was 3 coats, so it moved a little bit faster there. And then after that, I used it 4 times, 5 times, 3 times, 5 times. So I'm going to get back up to 10, and we'll get some movement going on this one, especially because I still have about 2 months left of work before I'm off for summer vacation, because I do work in post-secondary. So that is going to be my kind of second goal. So yeah, finish the Fraken, at least 10 uses here. And then these 2 at the end, I just really want to play with. The purple, I feel, is a little bit more spring specific. So I do want to put a little bit more emphasis on that one compared to the pink. The pink I did want to roll in just to have a bit more variety because I don't expect this blue to take me very long. I'm going to be trying to work it out right away. So I didn't want to just have 2 colors going for most of the month. So a little bit of variety. And then next month, we should be able to bring in some new stuff. I'll probably start transitioning more to summer kind of colors next month in preparation. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. What would look really good? Of course, I will probably try to pull from my Plan to Pan nail polish edition, but I've got such a large nail polish collection. So many brands, colors, finishes, formulas. Like, I got a lot I can pull from if there's something I'm feeling that I want a little bit more. So super excited about that, making some great progress on the wheel. With this update, I have now finished 7 bottles of polish. It is only May right now, so I'm super thrilled about that. And I'm looking forward to seeing where I can go in the next month. And then hopefully start completing this section of the wheel because Cake Pop is getting real isolated all by its lonesome. But that is it. That's going to wrap up my April update for Project Polish. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give a big thumbs up. Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments below. Let me know what you're wearing. If you're panning polish, let me know what you're working on. I do really enjoy the Project Polish videos. Definitely a favorite. I look forward to seeing you in my next video very soon. Have a wonderful day.